Rakajin Krasnovar, a Khajiit of remarkable conviction and unyielding loyalty, carries a past shrouded in the shadows of the Order of the New Moon. From a young age, he was indoctrinated into the secretive dragon cult that worshipped a draconic entity known as Latvulon. The cult's teachings promised power and enlightenment through the worship of their dragon deity. As a devoted member of the Order of the New Moon, Rakajin served his masters faithfully, immersing himself in the rituals and practices of the cult. He learned to wield their unique brand of dark magic. This became both a symbol of his allegiance and a stamp in his life. However, as time passed, his beliefs and loyalties shifted. In a very particular and fateful encounter, he caught the attention of the Daedric Prince Periite, the Taskmaster, who personified the essence of perfect truth and order in his eyes. The Khajiit found solace in Periite's teachings, believing that sometimes the world could be cleansed by disease. He saw the cleansing as a means to bring about true nature of order and balance. Embracing his newfound devotion, Rakajin renounced the Order of the New Moon and pledged himself to Periite. He became a necromancer, delving into the arts of life and death, wielding vile disease magic that could inflict terrible alignments upon his enemies. Drawing upon the twisted blessing bestowed upon him by Periite, he could summon hunger daedra, vile creatures that vomited additional disease and poison on his foes, spreading corruption and decay. Rakajin's trusty mount, the plague-born Sench Panther, epitomized his affinity for disease and order. The blessing of Periite has afflicted the panther with potent plague, rendering it immune to the maladies it carries. The blessing of Periite has afflicted the panther with a potent plague, rendering it immune to the maladies it carried. This unique mount ensured Rakajin's journey across the wilderness were often trouble-free, for few dared to confront the contagious aura that surrounded him. Within the walls of the Lucky Cat's Landing, seated within the Khajiit's homeland of the Southern Elsewhere, Rakajin established his alchemical base. This den of experimentation and research served as a testament to his commitment to unraveling the mysteries of Periite's blessing. Within its walls, he devoted into alchemy and alchemical arts, seeking to harness and amplify the power of disease and order to serve his newfound lord. Thus, Rakajin Krasnovar became a formidable force, a devotee of Periite's truth and order, spreading decay to cleanse the world in his eyes. With his staff crafted from the bones of his former master, the power of necromancy and vile disease magic at his command, he moved across Tamriel, enacting Periite's will and bringing a twisted form of balance to a world that tethered on the edge of chaos. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to another build of mine. As usual, I will do a disclaimer, which is my builds are intended for a role-playing purpose. They're not for trials, they're not for dungeons, they're nothing serious, they're not meta, they're not even remotely close to meta. Maybe a couple of them get a little bit close, but nah. As I said, purely fun, questing, and that's it. A little bit of thematic story here and there, but yeah. Anyways, let's say, I am playing a Khajiit Necromancer. This is one of my personal characters that I use on my main account, so it is not on PTS or anything like that. And yeah, the thing that inspired this character are three factors. First of all, the New Moon Order. The second of all would be the story of Zan, of going from a dragon priest to, Periite. This one has a similar one, like the New Moon being actually dragon worshippers and Now I just went Periite, right? And the third factor is going to as much as diseasey as possible, I guess. So the thing that really inspired it would be the good old mound in the background. So, Khajiit Necromancer, using the pipe title Plague of Periite. I'm going with the full stamina because it is going to be a stamina Necromancer and it gives us a lot of options in disease damage. For food, I'm usually using Dubious Camurian Throne, I believe. Yeah, let's see, Dubious, where are you, Here we go, Dubious Camurian Throne. And yeah, that should be it about this part. Everything in stamina. Thieves Mundustone because, duh. Okay, so for the gear we are going to use two sets. My personal build is with an Oaken Soul Mythic, but if you don't want to use the Oaken Soul Mythic, it's quite easy to, you know, not use it, obviously. So for the first set, I am going with Scavenging Demise. The 5-piece bonus, basically, when you deal critical poison damage to an enemy, you summon the Scavenging Maw, basically a hunger Daedra that deals poison damage, also inflicts minor vulnerability. So this is a very niche but actually very fun set. I've seen a lot of people using it in PvP or whatever, but I like the visual of it. Well, the second set would be the Defiler. The Defiler, when you deal critical damage, you summon a hunger that spews poison to all enemies in front of it, dealing, well, poison damage. So the whole build is summoning 2 hungers. Why? Because they look disgusting, they're spewing poison, you know, it's dope. I like it. For the, as I said, I'm using Oaken Soul. For the pieces, I'm also using 1 piece of Marsalok, just because I'm too lazy to actually find another shoulder piece that could be better. But if you want to go a little bit more diseasey or poisony, I would recommend going with Velidreth if you're not using a mythic like Oaken Soul. So you can actually slap this one, it will give you 3 spores of disease, which will go at the enemy, but I'm just gonna stick with this type of build. It's a very simple build, so I'm just gonna stick with 5 skills. Speaking of skills, we are going with the Skeletal Archer, which deals well, physical damage. The second ability is going to be Runeous Scythe, which is also going to be our quote-unquote semi-spammable, but also a heal, and it deals the bleed damage, you know, and applying hemorrhage and everything like that. The third ability would be Blighted Blast Bones, which deals disease damage to all enemies around them, and applying Major Defile, reducing their healing and damage shield strength by 12%. That's a lot of damage, actually, not gonna lie. The second ability, or our main spammable, is going to be Venom Skull. It deals poison damage. Why is this important? Is because this set, Scavenging Demise, is mostly optimal on either a Stamina Necromancer, a Stamina Dragon Knight, or I believe that's it when it comes to class-specific ones. Obviously, you can always go with the bow and slap on Poison Arrow or Snipe and, you know, morph it into more poison. But yeah, that's it. And yeah, this morph, poison, obvious one. And the last ability is going to be Detonating Siphon, because it deals a lot of disease damage and it fits the whole theme. So all the skills are going to be purely stamina, and for the ultimate, the obvious one is going to be Pestilent Colossus, yeah. And it deals disease, disease, and disease once again. Why? Because we are all about Periite. Now, for the fashion, we are going to cover it very simply. We're using Saisahan's Jack 4 to actually leave a little bit of the chest piece naked, and Saisahan's chest, well, motif pieces are actually very much Khajiit themed, so it actually fits very nicely. For the belt, hands, and boots, I'm going with the legendary dragon boots because they do fit the new moon type of aesthetics because of the green scales. For the pants, we are going with new moon, and we are also going with the new moon medium helmet. For the weapon, I am using Thurvokun because it has this beautiful greenish necromantic glow, and it fits with the backstory of, you know, using bones of his former master. Now, if you don't want to go with stuff, you can actually go with, I don't know, with daggers, I guess. Could fit as well. Or if you want to really go with the bow one, maybe dual wielding bow wouldn't be too bad. Or you can go with 100 shield if you're really up for that type of stuff. I mean, you can make it work if you want to. It's a role-playing build, who cares? Looks dope as well. Like, real dope. I like it. But yeah, do I have any alternatives for the legendary dragons? Definitely yes. You can just go full on new moon and call it a day. Like for example, you can go heavy here, you can go medium or light or heavy. But I believe heavy is actually not bad. Medium, if you don't want too many of those. And you can also go with like this. Sahan shouldn't be too expensive, like 1 or 2k usually. Gold, very cheap and very beautiful to have. Now if you want to mix it up really elsewhere, you can also try out a couple of other motifs. For example, you have Aniquina, and I do definitely like the light one. You can also go with Palatine if you want to mix it up a little bit. You have the Topal Corsair. But yeah, this build of mine, or character of mine, is all themed about around the mount in the background, which is the Plague one. And the description it says is quite simple and easy, which is: riders of these Singe Panthers often find their welcomes worn out while in town, but their journeys across wilderness can be strangely trouble-free. It looks dope as hell. I love it. Of course, it is a radiant new moon one, and it drops from the new moon crates. Now, can you do this character on any other mount? Yeah, as long as you can, you know, go wild, go with it, whatever you want. For the pet, I believe, I used the new moon Senchi, little one, cat, and cat. Cat riding a cat while having a pet cat. For the personality, I am using Worm Cult, which you can get from achievements. I believe the Fang Layer, Hard Mode, Spear the Run, and No Death Run. For the skins, I am using the Periite one, the Taskmaster's Banner, as you can see. It has this one clay level of layer look on it. And you just have to do like Baal Sonar in veteran mode without using any of the challenges, so it's very easy to get. The other alternative option you can go with is Periite's Afflicted if you really want to, and this one I believe I got from crates somewhere or something similar, can't remember actually. Or you can just not use any skin, you know, just go pure naked and green eyes. For the green eyes, I am using, I believe, Weird Sight. Yeah, Weird Sight. It definitely fits the whole skin and the vibe and the mount in the background and all of that. Now for the little piece, I'm using definitely the Legendary Dragon for the little beard thingy, and same I believe is with the headpiece thingy. Yeah. Anyways, I believe that is mostly it. I don't think I can figure out anything else. However, we can do a very particular run in a dungeon if you want to, but let me just drink some. Okay. Oh yeah, this is his home. A little bit of alchemical ingredients here and there. His little mini shrine. Yeah. Anyways, let's do a little dungeon, can we? I don't know, maybe Vaults of Madness or something like that. Yeah, let's go Vaults of Madness. Should we go veteran mode? Let's go veteran mode.